Psychology often shows that individuals who move through life without a social circle are far more misunderstood than anything else. They are not damaged, not cold, not unfriendly, and certainly not failures. Many simply think, feel, and process life in a way that makes average social routines exhausting, superficial, or simply not meaningful. And if you've spent long periods without close companions, there are genuine psychological explanations behind it. 1. You refuse insincerity of any kind. If you rarely keep company, it's likely because you cannot tolerate people who pretend, manipulate, or display artificial behavior. As self-awareness rises, the brain becomes sharply alert to dishonesty and performance. Most groups are filled with individuals who act sweet in public while whispering negativity in private. Your mind detects hidden motives, emotional masks, and subtle manipulation immediately. Rather than force yourself into circles full of drama, gossip, and shifting loyalties, you choose solitude. Not because you dislike humanity, but because you won't trade your inner calm for interactions that feel staged or false. Your peace matters more than forced company. 2. You crave depth instead of numbers. People who live with little or no companionship are not running away from human connection. They are avoiding connections that feel shallow. Research consistently shows that deep thinkers prefer meaningful bonds over having many casual acquaintances. Small talk drains you. Conversations where nobody actually listens feel pointless. Topics without substance, without curiosity, without sincerity. Those conversations make you disconnect instantly. You want discussions that explore ideas, purpose, emotion, motivation, the human mind, and the meaning behind actions. You long for authenticity, not convenience. So instead of accepting empty relationships, you remain on your own until you encounter something real. This isn't avoidance. It's refinement. 3. Your mind requires more downtime after interaction. Certain people have a nervous system that responds strongly to social stimulation. In psychology, this is described as high relational sensitivity. It means your brain burns more energy while communicating, observing, and interpreting emotional cues. You don't dislike others. You simply process every detail deeply. Tone, expression, intention, mood, subtle signals, and that level of awareness consumes energy quickly. Extroverts feel energized around crowds. You feel drained after a short while. You need solitude to recover, reset, and breathe again. This isn't weakness, it's neurological design. Your social battery isn't small, it's precious, and you protect it wisely. 4. You are fiercely self-reliant and rarely require external approval. Many individuals with small social circles possess strong inner stability. They don't rely on constant reassurance, encouragement, or attention to feel valuable. Psychology describes this as low external dependency. You can entertain yourself, solve problems alone, and remain content without a crowd. Your imagination is active. Your thoughts keep you engaged. Your inner world is rich enough that loneliness rarely feels threatening. Others may assume you're distant or uninterested, but the truth is, you simply don't require validation to feel whole. Your standards for companionship are high, your boundaries are firm, and you don't allow just anyone into your personal space. While many gather acquaintances easily, you grant access only to those who genuinely deserve it. 5. Past experiences shaped your caution. A large portion of people who avoid friendships share one common thread. Somewhere in their life, trust was damaged. It might have been betrayal, childhood neglect, toxic environments, unstable relationships, or a pattern of people letting you down. When trust breaks, the brain learns to guard itself. Psychologists call this a protective trust threshold, a level of caution that prevents you from letting people in too quickly. You now watch longer, analyze behavior more carefully, and test consistency before opening up. You need to feel safe, respected, and understood before you allow another person into your emotional world. This isn't paranoia. It's survival based on experience. What this truly means about you. If your life contains only a few connections, or none at all, it doesn't signal a flaw in your character. It reveals something entirely different. You see through people quickly. You have sharper emotional awareness. You think deeply. You feel intensely. You sense dishonesty before others notice it. You value honesty, loyalty, and meaning. Your internal world is more vivid than most people realize. Individuals with strong intuition, high awareness, and deeper minds often walk paths alone for a while. Not because they cannot form relationships, but because they refuse to settle for anything that drains them or diminishes their peace. There is nothing wrong with choosing selective connection over widespread interaction. There is nothing wrong with choosing inner clarity over chaos. There is nothing wrong with rejecting noise in favor of authenticity. Sometimes the most intelligent, most intuitive, and most emotionally powerful people spend long periods alone, not because they lack something, but because they are growing into someone extraordinary. If this feels like your story, if these insights reflect your personality, your habits, or your past, then your mind operates on a level most people never discuss. And if you want more psychology content that explains the parts of yourself that traditional education never covered, make sure you subscribe right now, because upcoming videos may reveal patterns, traits, and strengths within you that you've never recognized before.